Hey guys, what do you think of Banjo Kazooie?
Awesome! Banjo Kazooie is the best game in the world!
G'day guys, and welcome back to another video on my channel, Nintendo Down Under. As you just seen, it's all about Banjo Kazooie today. I've got consoles. I've got one console. I've got standees, I've got guides, I've got merchandise, I've got games. Banjo Kazooie is my ultimate all-time fair income #1 favourite game, character, whatever you want to call it. I love Banjo Kazooie. So today's video is all about showcasing each individual item and seeing what I've got, where I might have got it from, and what I'm missing. Stick around, because here we go. Alright, first things we're going to show is my Banjo Kazooie Nintendo 64 variant console. Comes from the UK. There was estimated to 1,000 to 5,000 of these made, and they are very collectible and sought after today, and they can fetch a very, very handy price. It is a console. A lot of these special edition consoles do come with like a sleeve over the top, but this one is actually a Banjo Kazooie console. So I'll show you the box art. It's beautiful with the red and the yellow, lots of feathers and stuff. The Banjo Kazooie standing out in the middle, and obviously our two heroes at the front. At the back, showcases all and some of the great games that we can get on the Nintendo 64. And on top, more box art, more beautiful box art of Banjo Kazooie, and more at the bottom as well, with a bit of a rip on my box, unfortunately, but still very rare and collectible. We'll have a look inside what we get. It's a shame that we didn't get a Banjo Kazooie Nintendo 64 variant. That would have been cool instead of just a plain grey console, but that is unfortunately what we have been dealt with. So I'll carefully get this out. Excuse my arms if they're in the way. Do this gently, because we don't want to rip the box. There we go. We'll stand him up over there. You guys can get a closer look inside the box of what you get. So just a standard grey Nintendo 64 console and controller, plus we get a Banjo Kazooie game in its baggie as well. So very, very exciting. One of my most favourite pieces in my collection, definitely my Banjo Kazooie console. Next up are my Banjo Kazooie and Tooie games. So I've got my Banjo Kazooie game that I've had as a child. Put my end label on because displaying in grey like that. You got a stack of greys, don't know what's what. So I was pretty disappointed that Nintendo didn't put end labels on their games, so I purchased end labels and really love them. So that's my Banjo Kazooie, my spare Banjo Kazooie cart. My Banjo Tooie cart from, again, being from a childhood, and my Banjo Tooie, I think it is, not for resale American card. So that's pretty cool as well. I've got that in my collection. I've also got a copy, the only Xbox game I own, Banjo Kazooie Nuts and Bolts. I've never played it because I don't own an Xbox, but I thought it was pretty cool to pick up to add to the Banjo collection. Next up are my Banjo Kazooie and Tooie boxes. This box is in really nice condition. If you're a collector out there, a very hardcore collector that likes collecting sealed games, and this is one of the hardest to find. And the reason these games are hard to find sealed, and you think, oh well, because lots were made, it'd be easier than some other sealed games. Well, this is really hard to find because it's such a popular game that people aren't just going to leave it sealed. They wanted to play it. So yeah, it comes complete. My Banjo Kazooie booklet, the insert where the cart sits in, and my Banjo Kazooie Nintendo 64 box. And it's a beautiful box, nice and minty and neat. We'll put that to the side. Unfortunately, my copy of Banjo Tooie is not as nice as my Kazooie one, but still nice. Nevertheless, no big rips or tears. There's more box art of the Banjo Tooie game. We'll open up nice and gently. It is missing a cardboard insert, but it does have the safety manual and a Banjo Tooie manual. So happy with that as well. Here is some of my merchandise I have for the Banjo Kazooie. So my Tokyo Banjo Kazooie figurine, which is really cool. I actually want to buy another one of these so I can open one of them up and have a Banjo Kazooie display, but I can't wait for 2021. If you saw my last video, a Banjo Kazooie amiibo coming to the Nintendo Switch, so bloody good. Next up is my Banjo Kazooie number plate that came with a loot crate. There's a Banjo theme one, come with this, also come with a poster I've got in the room displayed as well. You might see in the background of my videos. And some of my favourite things are my magazine guides. So I've got the Nintendo Power Banjo guide. It tells you a few things at the start, stuff like that. It still has, let me just get it gently, the sign up thing for the banjo, not for the banjo, for the Nintendo Power, which is pretty cool. And then next up is my Banjo Kazooie and Tooie Nintendo Power guides. Really nice. I know Banjo Kazooie off by heart, where every single jiggy and notes and secrets, I know where they all are, so I don't really use this at all. But I don't know Banjo Tooie off by heart. When I have and do play it, I try and use my guide instead of going on YouTube, how things used to be. You get the guide and give you a walkthrough and run through of all the different levels and stuff and where the secrets are. So I try and use this, but I gotta be gentle because the spine is starting to get a little bit weak on it, and I don't want to damage it, so I gotta be careful when I do use it, but I try and do the old school way of using the guides. And my second best find in my Banjo Kazooie hunt over the years has been this Banjo Kazooie Standee. And when I saw it online, I was blown away and I purchased it straight away. The seller didn't want to give it to me straight away because he had to post it, over the borders, and was worried about it getting damaged. But he did a really, really wonderful job of posting it, keeping it protected and safe. So it worked out really well. Unfortunately, the cardboard behind doesn't stand up as strong as it used to. I'll try and turn this around quickly. It still folds out fine, but it's just not quite as strong at the bottom, and it folds in and can fall over. So it really needs to be leaned up against something, but it is definitely special and my second favourite find and one of my most favourite pieces in my whole entire Nintendo collection. And my favourite and luckiest and best find would definitely be this Banjo Tooie Standee, because I found it brand new. Still, all of these characters were in the cardboard that had to push out. It comes with its packing box. It never been put together before, and it come brand new. And the camera doesn't do it justice, but it is crisp and clean, and yeah, absolutely wonderful. And if you are a Banjo collector or a Nintendo collector, then this is something that is extremely hard to find. I've had plenty of offers, and people hit me up before saying, hey, if you ever want to sell it, please, I'll take it off your hands. Yeah, it is really, really clean. Goes back together really nicely behind still. It is a fantastic piece, and I absolutely love it. And to find it brand new, and I still have the packing box in the garage as well. It is fantastic, and yeah, very, very lucky to have this in my collection. So that pretty much wraps up my Banjo Kazooie collection. Do you have a favorite item of mine that you like? Do you like collecting Banjo Kazooie? Please leave me your feedback and comments down below. Always love reading and interacting with you guys. If you haven't already, don't forget to like us on Facebook, Nintendo Down Under. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram at Nintendo Down Under. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for subscribing, and take care.